So let's take a look at a few division problems involving fractions. As I said earlier in the course, division can be changed to a multiplication statement that means the same thing. A lot of times I use that word equivalent there. But what we find out with fractions is multiplication is a lot easier than it is to divide fractions. If you recall earlier, we talked about division. Kind of ignore that. I misspelled that pretty badly there. But division, remember we said, is the inverse operation of multiplication. But we also said that division can be changed to multiplication. And the way we do that is we multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor, or that second number. Remember that reciprocal kind of means to flip the fraction. So when I have this 3/4 divided by this 5/8, what we can do is, and again, we use this little phrase KCF to kind of make it easier on our brain. Keep, change, flip. So to make this a multiplication problem, we keep the 3/4 and we change the division to multiplication, and then I'm allowed to flip or reciprocate the 5/8 into 8/5. Then remember we can multiply straight across, but before we multiply straight across, if you recall, we talked about you can look for canceling. If I look diagonally here, notice how the 4 and the 8 both can be divided by 4. So I can go 4 into 4, make that a 1. And 4 does go in 8 twice. So what I can do is I could change it to that problem there. And then I can just multiply those fractions. So 3 times 2 would be then 6. And 1 times 5 would be 5. So it'd be 6/5. Of course, if I wanted to make that a mixed number, you could do 5 into 6. And 5 would go into 6 one time. And 5 times 1 would just be 5 with the remainder of 1. So you could have also said 1 and 1/5. So you could leave it as an improper fraction, or you could change that to an equivalent mixed number. So they represent the same value, just in different forms. If I look at another example, 3/10 divided by 1/4. Again, we can kind of keep the 3/10. We can change division to multiplication as long as we reciprocate or flip the 1/4 to 4/1. So then if we can look for any kind of cross canceling, and notice how the 4 and the 10 both can be divided by 2. So 2 goes into 10 5 times, and 2 goes into 4 twice, so I can kind of mark those out and put the new numbers there. And then we can kind of multiply straight across. 3 times 2 is 6, and 5 times 1 is 5. What do you know? Get the same answer, different problems, but didn't mean that to happen, and we already know then that would be the same thing as 1 and 1/5 since we've already done that work. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of how we can work with division of fractions. We really just change them back to multiplication using the KCF method.